Dear viewers, in Maharashtra, a piece of prime government controlled land historically reserved for the most marginalized in the society has just vanished. We are talking 40 acres in Pune's upscale Mundwa, valued at an eye-watering rupees 1800 crore. And guess what the price tag was for this magic trick? A paltry rupees 300 crore, with a final glorious slap in the face of the taxpayer, a stamp duty payment of just rupees 500. 500 rupees, that's less than your one blanket order. And the name attached to this spectacular piece of financial gymnastics, Amadea Enterprises LLP. And who is a partner in Amadea? Parth Pawar, the son of Maharashtra's Deputy Chief Minister and Pune's Guardian Minister Ajit Pawar. This isn't just a scam, this is a complete, unadulterated dismantling of accountability. Hello, I'm Tejas and you're watching On a Stake on Lokmat Times. In this video, we will explain the anatomy of the bizarre land grab in Pune, who all are involved in it, who have been arrested, and how the government has responded to it. But before we dive in, you know the drill. Please do subscribe to Lokmat Times if you haven't already and press the bell icon to never miss an update. And if you care about misuse of power and corruption in your state, watch this video till the end. So let's start. First things first. Let's strip away the political theatre and look at the brutal facts of what transpired in Pune, the fastest moving government file in modern Indian history. The victim in this case is not just the state exchequer, it is a community. This 40-acre plot is classified as Mahar Watan land. Now what is it? This land was allotted by the British after the abolition of the Watan system in India to the Mahar and Ramoshi communities, now part of the scheduled castes, in lieu of their service to the British. Now here is the twist. The law, specifically section 5(4) of the Maharashtra Inferior Village Watans Abolition Act, is ironclad. This land shall not be transferable without the previous sanction of the collector. It is legally protected land. Now hold that thought about legally protected. Because the transaction involving Ajit Pawar's son's firm went ahead at a speed that would make a Formula 1 team jealous. The timeline of the scam is a masterclass in bureaucratic bypass. First, the ownership lie. The Satbara land extract, the Bible of property records, clearly listed the landowner as Mumbai Sarkar, the then Bombay state government. Yet, property cards mysteriously showed the names of 272 private individuals, a clear indicator of the land being illegally moved into private hands first, allegedly enabled by a suspended Tehsildar Suryakant Yevle. Second, the transaction blitz. From the firm resolving to set up an IT park on April 22, 2025 to the sale deed registration on May 20, 2025, 27 days. Rocket speed for an approval that required a collector's NOC and verification of government ownership. And third, the unauthorized waiver. The legal requirement demanded a stamp duty of around rupees 5.88 crore, 2% of the rupees 300 crore purchase price. The firm registered the deed for rupees 500, claiming an exemption under the Software Technology Parks policy using a letter of intent. Industries Minister Uday Samant had to clarify that an LOI, letter of intent, is not an approval for a financial waiver. Now what is the intended stamp duty loss to the state? Rupees 21 crore. We are looking at a deal where a company with a registered capital of just rupees 1 lakh proposed to buy and develop an rupees 1800 crore asset. This is less a business deal and more a fantasy novel where the main character instantly acquires a magic bank account. Now the FIR has been filed, but who are the scapegoats? The power of attorney holder, Sheetal Tejwani, the suspended sub-registrar, Ravindra Taru, and Parth Pawar's cousin and partner, Digvijay Patil. A political sleight of hand worthy of a magician. Now for the most staggering piece of political fiction in the entire narrative. When confronted with the evidence, the forged documents, the missing NOCs, the suspended officials, the billion-rupee loss, Deputy CM Ajit Pawar offered his carefully workshopped defense. I have no connection with the issue. I am not even remotely connected to this land deal. To Ajit Pawar we ask, what does no connection mean in this context of this scandal? You are the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra. You are the Guardian Minister of Pune. The illegal transfer of government land, a transaction involving criminal forgery, which has led to the suspension of a Tehsildar and a sub-registrar, happened on your watch, in your city, under your administrative mandate. To claim no connection is not a defense of innocence. It's a declaration of administrative dereliction. When a land deal worth rupees 1800 crore is executed using your surname by your son from your admitted residential address While you hold the second highest political office in the state and the primary office in the city where the crime occurred, that connection is not remote. It is immediate, intimate, and politically inconvenient. Ajit Pawar's denial is a perfectly sculpted, politically expedient piece of fiction designed to offer a 24-hour news cycle a soundbite while simultaneously insulting the intelligence of every single citizen paying taxes. Pawar also claimed, "I had clearly said that I would not tolerate any such wrongdoing. I have never called any officer to benefit any of our relatives." The ultimate condemnation would be the result, not the rhetoric. Despite this supposed warning, the file moved at a rocket speed. Officials were suspended for gross irregularities and forgery after the deal was done. The outcome speaks louder than the purported prior warning. The land was stolen, the documents were forged, the officials involved were suspended, and the only people who stand to benefit are those connected to the most powerful political family in the region. The time for disclaimers is over. The fact that the Deputy CM's family is at the center of a scam that involves the theft of a land from a scheduled caste community committed with forged government documents makes his position untenable. The probe ordered by CM Devendra Fadnavis must not be a gentle internal inquiry. It must be a scalpel that cuts through the political muscle that made this scam possible. This entire controversy is steeped in tragedy. The original beneficiaries of the Mahar Watan land, members of the scheduled caste community, have come forward with a poignant statement. "We have been cheated." They were poor and helpless, giving the power of attorney in the hope of getting their land back, only to find their ancestors' legacy was signed away for paltry sums like rupees 10,000. This scandal is the perfect political storm. It combines criminal forgery, fake Satbara extracts, massive financial loss, rupees 1500 crore in value, rupees 21 crore in duty, exploitation, theft of historically protected Mahar Watan land, elite impunity, Parth Pawar's name excluded from the FIR. The political fallout will be immense. The opposition is demanding a probe by a retired judge, drawing parallels to the Eknath Khadse land deal. And the question remains, will the Mahayuti alliance protect its own, or will the demands for justice and the shocking facts of this case force accountability upon the Deputy Chief Minister? Ajit Pawar can keep his no connection mantra, but the citizens of Maharashtra know better. The numbers, the forged documents, the address on the deed, and the heartbreaking voices of the cheated Mahar community all tell the same unmistakable story. The price of this land deal was not rupees 300 crore or rupees 500 in stamp duty. The real price was the integrity of a politician's oath and the faith of the public in the rule of law. And for that, the ultimate waiver must be Ajit Pawar's resignation. Until then, this story is far from over. That's all for today's Honest Take. Until we meet next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and never stop asking tough questions.